first conversation I had with 3 of my previous people I dated. It's really like, hey, look, I come into. Are you gonna live here? You think you're gonna live here? Yeah, you're not living with David, right? Yeah, but we can move in together. No.
This is together.
This is
He
together.
included.
Yeah, we are living together. Yeah, but David said, no, you're here. What is you talking about?
Not feeling these ones.
No, what's yours? Classics, though. Yeah, pilots.
Yeah.
Nah, go with classic.
Yeah.
I had it already. Bam. Prissy is back in town.
That just started the episode.
Here we go. What's up, everybody? Having a great day. Another day, another
Inside glasses, day, night,
Exactly.
whatever, evening,
night. Chin chin.
chin
Hope
chin,
everybody's doing good.
wine in the evening. This is so good.
Wouldn't you want to do a chin chin with someone that sat there? Hey, chin chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that fit? That would fit.
Yeah. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
salute.
We're talking about inviting other people to the Inside Glasses podcast, and
That's an idea.
yeah, those episodes will be called Shintad.
There's an application underneath in the comments.
If you have a voice and you speak English
And
you're a baddie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be a baddie. You can't just be.
Sorry.
Nah, this
yeah.
is nothing to be sorry for. This is nothing to be sorry for.
Come on, look good. Do something.
Yeah, go to the gym. Or
Yeah. Awesome. No.
Speaking of this is not.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
This is not things we're gonna talk about in this episode.
No.
I want to talk about. This is what I was thinking, at least. I would love to hear your thoughts about past decision and how they reflect your current reality. Because this is something I frequently think about. Because what I see a lot of people do is that they just make random decisions that are not calculated, right? This is what this joke I say. It's like, but why do people have kids? Because it just seems to be so uncalculated.
Guys, I want to talk to something so much, but I'm sure I should not do this.
That means we're going down that path. That's where we're heading.
I'm not sure. No.
Okay, time out. Right, we're back. What's going on, everyone? We had to take a quick break there.
Because of Sebastian, not me.
We had to take a quick break there. Right, we're back. So yeah, like I said, I see a lot of people they're not aware. I don't think a lot of people take into account that the decisions they're making today will reflect how they are living in the future. I don't think a lot of people are actively taking time out of their day to pause and stop and look at the chessboard and say, hey, if I make this decision, it's gonna come with ripple effects, right?
Do you know something I hate? The expression going with the flow. I hate that idea. I fucking hate that idea.
Why is that?
Going with the flow at the point that whatever happens, I'm gonna just fit on it. I'm not gonna plan much because life is gonna happen and God has a plan. God has no fucking plan. You make your fucking plans, I guess. If you try to make your plans and have your own decisions, of course, you're gonna have a result. That's math.
That's math.
That's
listen
math.
to me, I'm a biologist.
That's
right?
math.
Listen to what I gotta say.
I'm a fucking scientist.
If I say
I
it's
don't look
math-
like one, but like, what does a science?
If I say
scientists look like?
it's math, it's math.
It's math. That's math because you know the Brazilian song that's Deixa a vida me levar, like it's so popular here and in Brazil. Deixa a vida me levar is like let me go with the flow with life. Like whatever happens, I'm okay. I'm gonna just adapt. If I have a child, okay, just one more little person. It's not gonna be so hard, and whatever happens. I hate that my people lay on that. They just lay. They are so comfortable with this blanket, like let me just go with the flow because God has a plan, God's plan. Fuck that. I hate it. I was just sharing this thought. I hate it.
That's good. That's good.
I hate it.
That's a good input because I think that there's some truth to what you're saying. There's definitely some truth to what you're saying. In the case of like, if you only put like, I believe in whatever God has given to me, and that I will just go with the flow. I believe that's a bit tricky and a slippery slope to not taking your own. You're not creating your own life, because I truly believe that like our ancestors, or I'm not a religious person, right? So for me to say God, it's kind of a tricky thing, but I guess we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about the ancestors, the sun, universe, God, whatever, right? I believe there's definitely like a map laid out for you, but you have so many different options to choose. So you are choosing and creating that path, right? So that's different versus when you're saying, hey, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and then whatever God wants, that's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
That's different because you're not taking responsibility. You're not taking responsibility in creating your life. So it's kind of like you just think that you can throw something into the ocean, and you expect it to not be ripple effects. You know those rings that are around the water, the rings of the water?
Yeah.
That's such a symbolic thing, because every action has an opposite and equal reaction. And that's sometimes I'm looking at people's reality and it's just like, but you know that this person, I hear how you're talking. I hear how you're not like we're talking about relationships, right? I hear how you're talking. I can see how you're behaving. You know that this is not gonna be it for you. So then why are you making short-term decisions like this would be a long-term thing?
Yeah.
You're making short-term decisions like it would be a long-term thing, but you are
Or you have zero consequences in the future. Like you don't even take the time to think about, okay, what about in 2 years? Where I'm gonna be after this decision? What's gonna happen? I'm not like totally sharing it, but last year, yeah, 2021, I made a huge decision, guys. I'm not gonna enter into details. It doesn't matter. I made a huge decision, and okay, it was a yes or no thing. I went with no, but if I was going through the yes part, major things wouldn't happen in my life. Like that same year, I got this trip. It was a work thing, but it was so important for me. That cruise I made, like that cruise was
Make no mistake, as you guys are watching, it's not like Kristen went on a fucking cruise and was some like a pin-up girl or danced or was a fucking waitress or some shit. Tell them what she did.
I was working as a biologist in that cruise. It was fucking tough because we would work shifts. I would wake up really early and we work 6 hours and then rest 6 hours and work more 6 hours and rest 6 hours. And in those times, I have to take a shower, eat, sleep, whatever. I lost weight.
Like, so not only are you sleep depleted, you're also on a boat.
Yes,
seasick,
I'm getting seasick
while
at working in the lab, like microscope and everything, like really small things, like going in the super bad sea. Like some days it was just unbearable. I would be so sick. I had to just stop and go and take a quick nap to recharge. For 30 days.
Oof.
30 days, a full month on inside a boat working.
You want to sleep more than 5.5, I guess. 5.5,
no,
5 hours.
Never.
30 days.
In 30 days. Wow. We would work so much, and I was learning too much. It was so good, but at the same time so stressful for your body.
Of course.
Yeah, and your mind. And some days I would just cry. I cried because I couldn't bear. I was like so exhausted and overwhelmed. But I cried and take a shower and, okay, let's go to work again. We don't have time for this. But I would definitely get emotional. Like, I'm so tired. I don't want to be seasick anymore. I'm so tired of being seasick.
Yeah, right. But then, I mean, again, but as a result of you making that decision to going there, you are now creating your reality.
Exactly. But the thing is, that previous decision, if I had chosen yes, that would never happen. I wouldn't go on that cruise. I would just see it going. I would not go on that cruise. I would not maybe be here working with you today. I would not have made this clip with Ilar. I would not have made so many things. And I remember...
Things that you actually value, right?
Exactly. I remember last year when I had to make this decision, I was so confused and pressured. And thanks, Lord, thank me, I made the right decision. And that's the thing. My life would be so different if I had choose the yes part. You know?
But that is such a powerful thing, right? Because when you truly understand the fact that you are where you are today, and that's such a good example.
Yeah.
Because you are where you are today because of the past decisions that you made. You are where you are because of all the things that you accepted in the past. So if you have low confidence, it's because you accepted bullshit in your life, whether you...
But like my example was positive because I made the right decision. But sometimes you don't make the right decision. Sometimes you fuck up and then you have to bear the consequences.
Yeah, and as it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be, right? Like there is no... I wouldn't want to live in a world where it wasn't like that.
Yeah, you're never gonna be always right or always taking the right decisions.
I wouldn't want to live in a world where it wasn't like that. I want a world where I make a decision, then I have to stand by my decision.
Yeah.
Or I have to stand by take the consequences. I wouldn't want to live in a world where I could say like, oh, but I took decisions. Yeah, but it was a year ago. Like, I was a different person. Like, we have this example, you and me.
Yeah.
We have this example, you and me, of this person that we both know that wants to slide, right? Like, she wants to slide, but that is just because she's not taking the responsibility of her previous decisions.
Yeah.
But let me be the judge. But no, that is such a thing. And the only way to do that, that's what you have to understand, that the way you're behaving today, right now, that's gonna project your future. That everything you're doing day to day, day in and day out, that's gonna project who you become. So when people are like, yeah, but why are you doing this challenge? Or why are you doing this? Or why are you, whatever, training so hard? No, but it's because I'm preparing for that.
Yeah.
They were like, why do you go to bed so early? Look, there's a great quote from, what's his name? Jim Rohn. And he says, why do you go to bed so early? You should answer people. Because if you were going where I was going, you would go to bed early too. So why are you working so much? Because if you were going to meet the people that I'm going to meet, you would work hard too. And that's the thing. So it's like I'm not even preparing for, I don't even know what I'm preparing for. But I just know that will come. And when it comes, I've stayed ready. So I'm ready to pull that trigger. And that's the thing. You gotta stay ready so you don't need to get ready. You gotta stay sharp. You gotta stay sharp. You gotta stay ready so you don't need to get ready. And that is what staying sharp is all about.
Like, I know making decisions are not easy. Sometimes you have to balance too many things. Sometimes you get overwhelmed by having to really make a decision. Okay, if I do this, it's gonna be miles away different from being this, and that can lead me to different places. I'm not sure, I'm confused, I'm insecure. Yeah. That's gonna happen all the time because life is about that. The thing is, you cannot just think emotionally. Like, I have my emotions, I want to do this because it will feel so good, so warm right now. What about next year? What about next year? Your life is not stopping here at the moment that you are feeling emotional. Right. Your life goes and goes. Like next year, you're gonna be somewhere else. Like you're gonna grow from that. Is that how you wanna live? Like with regrets of thinking and acting, not only thinking. The thing is acting.
Acting.
You can feel whatever you feel, but you choose how you react to that.
Yeah.
And if you choose and you think, okay, this is gonna hurt now, but I know last year I'm gonna be in a place I will be more pleased and satisfied with my life.
Yeah.
Do it, because you are not today. You are a full person that is gonna wake up tomorrow, hopefully.
There you go.
Wake up tomorrow and after tomorrow, and you gotta think about that process, not just today.
Exactly. And just because of that, that's the reason you can't just invite everyone into your life. You can't just throw your energy around, because you're paying today, but you're gonna pay all the dividend in the future. That shit comes with interest, high interest
Taxes,
rate.
like high
Huge
taxes.
High taxes. This is more taxes right now than there is to pay electricity.
Yeah.
And that's the fact. Like, you're inviting cancer to your life. Yeah, but because you know that person. You know that person that you're spending time with is not good for you. You know that decision you're making is not good for you. You know that
Sometimes it's just so hard to accept that. Like, oh, because of comfort, maybe.
It's comfort.
It's comfort. Like, I'm so
It's
comfortable
not hard.
here, but you are sure inside of your heart and your brain, because your heart is
Exactly.
like, don't get fooled by your heart. Your heart gonna fuck you. But maybe your brain, just think. Stop and think. Where am I going to be in a year or 6 months? Like maybe 2 months.
Yo, stay ready.
So many things can happen in 1 month or two, right?
For sure. For sure. I almost moved to New York.
Yeah.
that was that happened. You know what I mean? That wasn't out of this. That wasn't out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
And that happened on a day.
On a day.
That would happen on a day if I decided to take that decision.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though.
So many things would be so different.
Yeah, but then again, if you have to stay sharp, like, you have to stay ready. You have to prepare yourself, and then when the opportunity comes, you take it. So it's kind of like you want to live like you want to leave. You want to live right now like you were going to leave tomorrow.
Exactly.
So you want to live like you want to leave. So you don't wait until that day comes closer. You live like that now. But you're preparing. So you're preparing yourself, and you're living that because I'm expecting it to come. You know? This thing of talking, being comfortable talking in front of the camera, I've practiced this. This is not something that I'm naturally good at. Like, this is really, for myself personally, this is really something I'm practicing. And even now, when I came to this level of comfort in being able to communicate my words and telling stories, I'm still studying it. Like, I'm still studying it. I'm looking at the videos we're recording, saying to myself, okay, but I want to be able to do. I want to cut this away.
Correcting mistakes and
Correcting this,
improving.
I want to be able to create better stories, have a clearer line of how I'm communicating, less in between words, less this and that, blah, 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 in order for me to prepare for what it is to come.
Yeah.
But what is to come? I don't know. But I know it's going to have to do with my voice. I know.
Your presence, the way you communicate.
I'm not sure if it's TV. I'm not sure if it's radio. I'm not sure if it's podcasting, or if it's all of it. Probably gonna be all of it, let's be honest. But what I do know is that I need to be prepared for it, because I don't want to be there and now I need to stress prepare.
Yeah.
No, me, no, absolutely not.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yes, Mic drop.